Hello everyone, so normally I don't start in the menu, but I just wanted to show this little sneaky peek of this. Now, you can tap these and that's cool that there's leaves and stuff. And in no particular order, just because there's the leaves. Well, look at you, what do we have here? We have the Junimos. Whee! Yeah, that's all I wanted to show. Haha. They're cute, I like them. Moving on. So, we have had a update to, obviously, Stardew Valley, and a whole lot has changed, and a whole lot has been fixed, and a whole lot has been added. And so I'm just going to be going through some of the things as I go through my daily routine in the game. And we can see the weather for tomorrow's can be sunny. We're going to have good fortune, I think that said. It's salmonberry season, so there's that. But there's a whole host of things that have changed. And to start with, we'll check our mail to see if any of those things are told to us. And first it's, Dear Celebrian, I'd like to surprise my husband with a gift. He's a big fan of leeks. Could you bring me one? Granny Evelyn. And apparently that's not one of them. But we'll deal with that in some future aspect. And if you're wondering why I'm starting copper bars, well, I will explain that in a little bit. I will say that. I apparently already have a leek with me, so I will be able to do that. So we have a whole host of things to harvest, including the strawberries and potatoes, not pumpkins. And so after I'm done harvesting everything and taking care of the animals, which I will be able to share something else with that as well. So one thing that is new is you can see the gates look rather big now. Well, we can open them while we're mounted. And we can also move really easily through with our horse. So the gates also, instead you needed to have posts on either side so the gate would actually form. Well, now if we just randomly waste some wood and make a gate and put a post here, we'll see that placing that there and placing this here. Look at that. So we can actually have two wide-sided gates, if that made sense. And if it didn't, well, that's okay, because I'm going to just demonstrate it right here if I move that there. So we'll place that gate there, and this gate there. Now look at that. We have an enormous gate, which will make going through with my horse significantly easier. Also, things that have changed are, of course I picked the way that I can't navigate really easily, is the mushroom tree here. As you can see, these mushroom sprouts on the ground. Kind of. It's easier to see the ones further down on the other end of the farm. But, so we actually see them growing up, and instead of the random chance of them, so you don't accidentally drop one down without realizing it, and well, it was you. No, get back in there. I hope he's not stuck. I will find out later. But one other thing that's changed is the auto grabber. So we can see we had the auto grabber for in here already. Well, that's fine and good. But we also... Oh, he is stuck. Okay, I will open that gate somehow. There we go. I'll just let them out. They'll make their way back in eventually, I hope. But the auto grabber... Okay, animals, you're driving me nuts here. Okay, that's another thing that's changed too. So you see, I pet that duck, I pet that chicken, I pet this rabbit, but I haven't pet this rabbit. So when I... Okay. No. Let's see. Oh, sure, you guys literally... Okay, I didn't pet that sheep. It'll change the icon hand thing to tell you that you hadn't pet them. Now, if I had a second auto grabber, which I feel like I do somewhere, I don't even know. I would place it in the coop because the auto grabber now works with the coop as well. But anyway, so we're gonna head up to the top of the map and see Robin. And along the way, we're also going to collect the salmon berries because there's a lot of those. Because as I mentioned, they are, or it's the season for salmon berries, and these will all be iridium quality because it counts as foraging, and our foraging is currently at level 10. So the other plan is to go through the legend stuff that I still need to do, but main trip is to Robin here, so there's new stuff. And in the shop we'll see some of the oak bench, oak table, blah blah blah. What? Workbench. And we're gonna go ahead and buy one of those, and if you read the description, when crafting here you'll have access to materials in any adjacent chest. So that becomes super handy. And the wood chipper. Insert a piece of hardwood to break it down into regular wood. So I had in my main game, so my personal game, I happened to be in winter time, and I got a letter the next day after I started playing the game. I got a letter in the mail saying, "We are now holding in stock the wood chipper, which is handy to break down hardwood into wood when you don't have it, because I know there's not a whole lot of wood in the winter time." Or some variant of that. So anyway, we're going to buy that as well. And we also have a mini fridge. Allows you to store additional ingredients for cooking. So I'm actually going to grab that as well because it'll be super easy to do that. And we also have this brazier, whatever, which I think we had before, but we also have a brick floor recipe. So I'm going to go ahead and buy that. And eventually I will be buying this to demonstrate some other things, such as the oak dresser here, which I think it's the dresser, the wardrobes or something. But anyway, the clothing has changed, so instead of it being just that, it's now an item, and you can store those in the various wardrobes, dressers, whatever that you have, and collect those in various other means. And I'll demonstrate that as well in a little bit. So, oh, where am I going? I haven't demonstrated everything that's new in Robin's yet. Hi-yi. I also should have checked to see if I had the parts for this. So anyway, nothing new in the upgrading the house, but the construct farm buildings, we now have a fish pond. So you can see it costs 5,000 gold, 200 stone, 5 seaweed, and 5 green algae. So raise fish and harvest their produce. Fish multiply over time, so you only need 1 initially. I found it expands faster when you had 2. And then when it fills, then a couple of days later, there's like this quest thing that you have to bring them an item. So there's that as well. And they produce roe, which you will need for various other things. And there's also, oops, as I zoom past it. So there's also the shed. Now I don't have any in my farm right now, so I can't see this, but there's also an upgrade to this. And it'll increase the interior, and like this one, it also can still be decorated. And so I will be working towards getting the fish pond. I don't think I have enough of these, but I could be mistaken, and yeah, that'd be a project for a different day. So that's it for there, and so now we are going to head to Pierre's. Yes, I know I'm ignoring a lot of stuff. I'm not too worried about collecting all this stuff because there's a lot to go through. So if we go into Pierre's, we'll actually pick this because, well, that's easy. We already have one of those. You're in my way. So if we go in here, and you're in my way again. We have our parsnip seeds, our bean starters, our cauliflower seeds, potato seeds, tulip seeds, kale seeds, jazz seeds, garlic seeds, and rice shoot. What? Plant these in spring, takes 8 days to mature, grows faster if planted near a body of water, harvest with scythe. So, I'm going to buy a bunch of those. And since I'm here, I might as well just sell a bunch of this stuff that's going to get sold anyway, because I'm not going to hang on to them. Anyways, So we have the rice shoot, and we also have a grass starter. Grass starter? What the heck is a grass starter? Anyway, we have a grass starter recipe. So we're going to go ahead and buy that. Why? Because we don't have to buy grass anymore. And another thing that I'm going to eventually buy is this. Anyways, bouquet, blah, blah, blah. So the grass starter now, if we look in our crafting, which we could actually have done before I exited the building, it costs 10 fiber for 1 grass, if I'm not mistaken. And so that saves a lot of gold. It's also very super convenient, and just because we're here, I don't think I've given him a gift, so he's getting a gift. This is cool, thanks. You know, I used to want a fame and fortune, but lately I've been starting to sing a different tune. In the end, it's the humble little things that satisfy, don't you think? I still want to go pro, but it's not the most important thing in the world. Cool. You changed your dialogue. Yay. Right, so we need 1 more heart for that. And now into the saloon. We talk to this guy, so he has beer, salads, bread, spaghetti, pizza, coffee, and triple shot espresso. Now, it costs 5,000 gold, but let me tell you right now, it is worth the price because it's just worth the price, and I'll just demonstrate that once I get back to the farm to show you. So other stuff. There's nothing new with Willy, except that he sells a copper pan, and you can also trash the pan, and including and slingshots, and mentioning trashing pans. Upgrade tools. Well, it's just the same, isn't it, you say? We have this copper trash can. Oh, copper trash can? Where's that from? Well, looky here. Right now, it's your regular, pathetic little trash can. So, if we go back to the upgrade tools, when trashing an item, you reclaim 15% of the value. And yes, there is also the gold. Okay, so this is the copper upgrade. Then there's the silver upgrade. I'm like, what are the stinking things called? And then there's the gold one, and then there's an iridium one. And they cost, I believe, the same. I honestly didn't pay attention because money is not an issue in my personal game. But so that's what I'll be saving the copper bars for, because I might as well get that going since it's going to be a while for the iridium quality pickaxes, watering can, and axe, and obviously the hoe once I get that up to the gold quality. And that's it for here. We also have the option of rearranging the artifacts and minerals in the museum. So normally you have to... Oh yeah, that's right. There's also new rewards. So there's pumpkin seeds and triple shot espresso. So if we look at triple shot espresso, and it uses coffee, 3 coffee to create 1. And if you look here, the coffee, plus 3 energy, plus 1 health, plus 1 speed. Espresso is plus 8 energy, plus 3 health, plus 1 speed. The speed difference isn't that great, but the coffee only lasts 1:23 or something like that, and this lasts over 4 minutes. So, yeah. Anyway, so we also have pumpkin seeds that we can plant later. So, as I was saying, so normally you would have to talk to Gunther, and it doesn't seem like you have anything to donate to the museum, so you couldn't rearrange anything. Well, if you shimmy over a little bit, would you like to rearrange the museum's collection? Yes. And as per usual, your navigation, which is kind of finicky right now because it doesn't want me to move downward. Oh, whatever. There we go. So I had lamented a while back that I had placed these in such a place that you wouldn't actually be able to interact with them to see what they were. So now I am able to do that without having anything actually able to contribute. Because there's also the possibility of, I don't know why I moved them all over here when I could have just done that. But anyway, there's the possibility that you've finished the game and you've already donated everything and they were all stuck in there and you haven't been able to move it. Well, no, that's a quality of life change. That makes it so that you can. And hitting the escape key just exits that. And so now we are going to head to where Pam is, conveniently, and we can also give her one of those cactus fruit, since we have those as well. Another change is how the drops appear so that things don't drop to out of reach areas. And fix the issue where harvestable, forageable items would spawn in places that weren't actually accessible. So that's a nice fix as well. I did say there's a lot of stuff, and of course I go this way and you can't go this way. There we go. Okay, so we are actually headed towards the desert. And it's a nice change there as well. And Pam, here is your cactus fruit. Hey, you brought me the item I asked for. It looks perfect. Here's your payment as promised. Granny's gift. Granny wants a leak. Blah blah blah. As I speak gibberish. I thought it was going to ask me if I wanted to eat that. Okay, so anyway, so once we get to the desert, pretty obvious, as I said, that there's something new here. Because that's not been there before. And first thing I'm gonna do is drive you crazy with that. No, just kidding. So we see here we have the Artifact Trove, Warp Totem Desert, Triple Shot Espresso, and this is where I initially saw this because I saw that there was an option because I looked in the cooking and there was new recipes and stuff, and then there's the Spicy Eel, Magic Bomb, Hay, Warp Totem Desert Recipe, Butterfly Hutch, Green Turban, and Magic Cowboy Hat, which I hadn't actually seen because it was, I believe, a magic turban in my personal game. But you see, it's 333 Omni Geodes. Now, you might be wondering, how on earth would you get 333? Well, if you farm the Skull Cavern enough, you would get a lot of them. And also, if you have the thingy of perfection and whatever other things towards the end game, if you will, of the game, then getting Omni Geodes is pretty easy. So I'm actually going to get one of these. I forgot to check to see if I actually had bat wings because I was going to get it right away. And obviously I can't get this right now because it's got iridium bars. And I have other purposes that are more important for iridium bar usage anyway. And you can see some of these are also taking quartz or Omni Geodes, iridium ore, a ruby, diamond, and Omni Geode. So this one is my big wow kind of thing. So a blacksmith can open this for you. These troves often contain ancient relics and curiosities. So if you happen to need a artifact and you already have, for example, so right now I just need 7 more minerals. And so say I had all of them already and I still needed artifacts. Well, this is a nice way to try to get some of those artifacts that you still need. Obviously there's still no guarantee, but there's that. And since I'm here, I may as well go through this. There's also some changes with the mine area, and I forgot to check to see if that's available, so I'll do that right away, because the access point to what I'm thinking of is at the quarry. And we will see that right away. There's also an update. So before I get to that, there's also, this is where the warp totem would be. There's also an update to the trash cans themselves. I think I got everything that I wanted or needed. So there's an actual little animation now for that. So we can see there's a little opening there. I also have like a 0 room with me right now. This was not a smart plan. That can be trashed though. Trash can be trashed. Anyway, so we head into here and we see this. Well, that's ominous, isn't it? Well, then we go in here. Well, what's this? We have a new little area. And semi-strong slimes. And other stuff that you will see shortly. Look at that. There's something that's new. We haven't seen this creature before, and of course, they're about as annoying as any of the flying other things, and the after image thing is definitely interesting. So they also drop artifacts, and yeah, I didn't think this one through. I have too much crap in my inventory right now. So I don't know if it's just as easier because I have the galaxy sword, so if you do this, I would be very cautious because these guys hurt. And they're about as annoying as the serpents and whatnot. So there's that. And of course, I got another artifact. I also realized I need to get rid of something else because I need to be able to pick up something. The nice thing is that they do kind of zoom around afterwards, and yes, I know my health is low, so I'm gonna increase that with something. What can I eat? I'll just eat one of those, that'll put me back up top. Like I said. Okay. And we're getting towards the end here. Just have 2 more skulls, provided no more spawn. And it is to some degree worth going through these because they do drop some nice stuff. But anyway, we'll get rid of the slimes. Look at that. We have the golden scythe. Received a golden scythe. And it's more powerful than a normal scythe. It can cut grass into hay if you've built a silo, is all the scythe says. So as far as I've seen is that the range of this one is just bigger. I honestly haven't noticed a big difference. Oh no, you don't have to run all the way back through. You just go, ta-da! And we're back over here. So I'm going to head to the Adventurers Guild, and you will see that there is a couple of new monsters, and I have not yet met one of the other ones, so there's obviously that skull head thing. And if we look here, we have the slimes, void spirits, bees, skeletons, cave insects, duggies, dust sprites, rock crabs, question mark, and serpents. Well, obviously those skull heads are new, but there's also 2 other things, and I was sure one of the skulls was that. Maybe it'll update later, or maybe it doesn't count because it was in that. But there's sometimes the random special spawning within the caves itself. But we will get to that some other time, so we're going to head back to the farm. And I'll demonstrate the trash can thing in the morning. I'm gonna sell a bunch of this stuff that I picked up, which is not that. And I could have... I have way too much stuff in my inventory right now, so we'll place this mini fridge right here. So we can place a whole bunch of stuff in there now. Not that this is full anyway, and you can see only the bottom half kind of opened. So the workbench I will place here. No, that's a stupid place to put it because I have... we'll place that there. Yeah, that makes more sense. And the wood chipper we'll just place over here for now. That should be good. And I'm not sure what I'm keeping, what I'm selling, but I might as well start more of this. I somehow picked that up. Oops, I didn't want to put that in there. I wanted to put that up there. I know what I'm doing. And that's how I picked it up, because I slammed that. Okay, so I will plant those in the morning, because I don't want to do that right now, so I need coal. That's right. Run away from where you need to put it. So I think I have everything, and I don't remember if I have seeds to plant. I do, so I will do that quickly. There's another point or reason to get the rare crows. There is a new new scarecrow that you can get with the oops, let's check to make sure all our animals are in here. 2 of each color, 3 goats, 2 sheep, 2 pigs. Yeah, that's everything. Anyway, so the new one that you can craft is double the range of a regular one. So it's definitely worth getting when you can. I have so much crap in my inventory, I don't even know what to do with it. Okay, bugger that, I'm just gonna sell this stuff. Minus those. So I now have enough for that first trash can update. There's also, I think, a change with the produce stuff that if you have extras of a lot of the stuff, not extras, say if I put gold cloth in the weaver loom, whatever it's called, loom, I think it is, it would possibly produce more than one cloth. So just to demonstrate what we would do with these, actually I'm not going to demonstrate because I don't have an upgraded one. I'll try not to trash anything until I have the highest one available to me. So I think that's all that I wanted to go through with that. So there's mini fridge, wood chipper, workbench, fish pond, rice chute, grass starter, butterfly, warp totem, dresser. Yeah, that's it for that. So obviously back to the legend now that I wanted to work on, and obviously I'll demonstrate the trash can thing as well. But I discovered that I can make a fishing item that is significantly better than what I was using before to help me catch the legend. And obviously I still need that rainy day, so I need to be able to craft the rain totem maker thing, which requires hardwood, truffle oil, and pine tar. So obviously I need the truffle oil, and obviously I can get truffles themselves, or I can use corn, but I need to make the oil maker, which is here, which requires 20 hardwood and 1 gold bar. Oh, that's another thing. The tree fertilizer. Costs fiber, so sprinkle on a wild tree to ensure rapid growth even in winter. Doesn't work on fruit trees. That reminds me, also the fertilizer, you can put it on the crops after they're planted. However, it cannot be placed if they're sprouting. So we'll just check the weather reports. Clear and sunny, fortune teller today, a little extra luck. So as I was saying, well, for example, this is sprouted here, so I couldn't put fertilizer down there. And unfortunately I couldn't either with that, but with the rice sprouts that I'm going to be putting down, and I don't really care if I have to water these. I can always make more. But anyway, so say there, you can see they have the kind of water thing because they're near water. I noticed that you can't place it any more than 3 tiles away. So example, if I placed it here, or not here, here, it no longer has the water effect. So this one is going to go slower than the rest of these here. But yeah. So 3 tiles away. So I think the layout for this would be best with the river layout because you have lots of bodies of water to plant by. And unfortunately the pond does not count as one. I kind of hoped it would because then you could pretty much place a pond around to kind of get that same effect, maybe. Kind of. Not really. No, it doesn't work that way because there's a border. Oh, that's 3 tiles away. My bad. Oh well. Anyway, so obviously we have potatoes ready as well. So the potatoes are ready. Nothing else is ready by the looks of it. There's obviously some stuff there. And I don't think I need a scarecrow over here. I will move this one just in case I do, however. So that should cover that area now. I think this one would cover up to there anyway. We also have mayo. Hey, I found this in the drawer somewhere. I thought you could use it. Ham. Yes, I could always use beer. We'll just go ahead and sell the potatoes that we just collected, and I'll hang on to the beer. I'm not gonna get rid of that. Oh, that's what I think I was talking about. The Dish of the Sea is the cooking item that I can actually make to help me catch the legend. And I'll just go through what it is that I need for it in just a little bit. And I am just, oops. I'm going to think that's, yeah, it's too many tiles away. So I will at the very least water this stuff. Oh. Does this count as already being watered? I never actually figured that out. So I guess I just need to water the ones on the outside. Because I'm assuming this means it's water because it's near a body of water. I mean, if you know how rice grows in itself, which I don't exactly know, but I have an idea of. Because I've seen some of the rice farming land type things. But anyway, then that does make sense. And we have strawberries and fruit and stuff ready in here, so after I'm done that, I will head to Gunther's to, well, the museum, to deposit all of the stuff that I got there. And by all that stuff, I really just mean the 2 things. It's also kind of funny. My personal file actually has less trees in the greenhouse than this one. The trees really make this place look really pretty. Right. I also want to go to Clint's to start upgrading that trash can. So it also takes 2 days, much like the weapons. Not weapons, the tools, sorry. Thinking of a different game. Got distracted by other sounds. So I'm going to quickly head to Clint's so I can free up some space in my inventory. So town. Hello, Clint. So trash can here. Pops up like that, and if anything happens to be found, it drops on the ground rather than directly into your inventory, and then you kind of magnetize it to you. But anyway, upgrade copper trash can, blah blah blah, get started, blah blah blah, should be ready in a couple of days. And since I'm here also, I will stop at the museum. And donate to museum. That. I'm actually going to move that. I think that's the rib. That's the tail. That can go there. And that's a hand, so it just can go there. Apparently that gave us a reward. And I think that's another, yeah, one of these parts. Okay, so back to the farm. And to demonstrate the acorn there. The quarry also seems to generate its quarry, pun intended, aka the stones and the debris and stuff, faster. Oh, and that's another thing I should note. It can actually create trees there now, which is super convenient if you're struggling with having trees, like with my personal file, because I have so much stuff farmland. If I clear that up a bit, then I wouldn't have had that issue, but, yeah. Okay, so in here, do I have any of the parts yet? I do not, so I'll go ahead and place that there. So Evelyn wanted to get one of the leeks for her husband, so we'll go ahead and visit her. And then we're also going to get more, well, assuming Willie is actually at his shop, we'll be getting some of the stuff that I need to catch the legend. Because I need some stuff from him. And Evelyn, where are you? You're not here. I have given you 2 gifts. Well, I'll give you this anyway. This is my favorite thing. Thank you. You're welcome. No cutscenes. Okay, that's fine. I guess she should probably be in here with all the other ladies. Maybe? Nope. Lewis. Maybe she's watering his stuff. I don't know. I think that's another thing that I read. I haven't confirmed this because obviously we just passed one of the festivals, but also in the festivals, if you talk to all of the people, there she is, you will actually work towards your friendship levels or something like that. I don't think you can gift them because that doesn't make sense. Oh, thank you, dear. This leek looks delicious. George will be so happy. He loves when I make eggs with leeks for breakfast. Cool. Don't mind my husband, George. He isn't very friendly to strangers. If you get to know him better, he'll warm up to you. I'm sure you two could become good friends one day. Well, hopefully. Since you're so interested in my husband, I'll let you on a little secret. He really likes leeks. You know, don't say. You can find them in the mountains this time of year. It's funny how we had just the quest from her for getting the leeks and then, you know, that dialogue, and it just... the fact that we just gave him a leek to... oh, right, Willie's. That's this way. There's other recipes as well, such as cooking. This one here, shrimp cocktail. I can't remember how it's obtained. It's possible I got it automatically because, ironically, there's a shrimp there. Because I'd already had the friendship levels to all to 10 or higher, with the or 8 or higher, whatever it is, with the exception of oh, that's cool. It automatically added to the inventory. Anyway, I lost what I was saying. What was I saying? Nope, not a clue. One thing that is also a new quality of life thing that occurred is that you can stack kegs and stuff like that. And I'm just gonna leave that stuff there for now. I don't want to water that. I'm also gonna stop down here because there are spring onions. And obviously since I'm here I might as well get the salmon berries. And I'll also get the hardwood once I make my way up to the secret woods area. Well, there was a lot more spring onions when I checked earlier today for this file to see what was available, because I obviously don't know when the new stuff is actually available because of how much stuff was added. But yeah, eventually there will be something here as well. I currently can't see that because it's towards the end of game content and I'm not there yet. I need to wait another month-ish. Yeah. So I'm going to make my way to the secret woods now while I collect the forgeables along the way. And so I'm going to go around here collecting the hardwood and killing any of these slimes or anything that might be in here. I do also see there's a lot of salmon berries as well. But I need hardwood to create the oil maker. Should also mention that there's other fish that are new as well. And I haven't quite figured out where all of them are from. Mostly because I am now in spring in my personal file and I was trying to figure out this stuff on my own without looking it up on the wiki, but if you give up, which I probably will, just so I don't miss out for this game, will be on the wiki. So you can see here, as I mentioned before, it's much easier to see which one of these are this, and there's a whole spew of patch notes that explains all the stuff that was added, and there's a spoiler-free one as well to kind of give a brief overview of that as well. And we'll take these. A lot of this stuff I'll be moving into the fridges and whatnot. We'll put that stuff in here for now. I can move this stuff into the fridge though. And there's also the convenient thing of add to existing stack. Oh, that reminds me. Cooking. So the espresso here. See, 3 coffee. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that because I don't need to carry around my coffee too. And I'll put the other coffee in there. So what else? I'm gonna sell the salmon berries that I've collected. I think the green beans were supposed to go into the fridge as well. I didn't notice them. Hopefully someone will notice for me. Right, so there's probably not enough room in here. And I'm saying probably not enough room in here somewhat facetiously because there's obviously not enough room in there because that's why I didn't move from my inventory. And you can also see the cat now sleeps on the bed. I can't remember if it did that before, but I don't think I have anything else I need to do today. I do need to catch sardine for the dish of the sea. I guess I could have showed that. So I'll show that briefly. And you can see the breakdown of the stuff that we made. And it also extends further down along the screen now, which is nice. Instead of having like 10 gazillion pages of just a short list of 5. Or 6, or however many it was. And we obviously have a diamond. And out of curiosity, is it going to rain tomorrow? Yes! It is. So I don't have to worry about that. So that obviously means I need to be prepared for... That looks so interesting. I need to be prepared for catching the legend. Dish of the sea. I know I have it somewhere. Oh, there it is. So the sardine and the hash browns, so you can see is +3 fishing. And the sardines, so the hash browns are right here. I have oil for that already. And I just need sardines, and I'm going to assume I don't have any in there, otherwise it would have been likely craftable. And I do have 2 sardines in here, so I could make 1. Oh, that's right, that's what I was getting the last time. So I'll take those sardines, and I must have gotten the oil then as well. So I can't remember if we have the hash browns already, so I might as well craft that. And so we have a dish of the sea. I'll check to see if we have any more of those. I honestly don't even know. Oh, I did. I crafted some. I don't even know what I'm doing anymore. So I have those, which are much better than the trout soup that I was getting before. So I have those. And the cork bobbers, which I apparently already got as well. Oh well, I got more. Whatever. So the next video I'll be working on catching the legend. Obviously not in the first. And you can see we have some potatoes ready and the beans are ready again. And the potatoes over there. And those are coming along. But anyway, that will be it for this one. Thanks for watching!